Good morning, I'm Linda Smith. Together with my co-founder Mark Smith and 8 hardworking, dedicated team members, we run one of the largest incubator accelerators in the United States. Our mission is to help small companies grow, and I'd like to tell you how we got to where we are today. Mark Smith's a physicist, I'm a tax accountant. In the early 1990s, we were involved with some small STEM-based biotech startups, human respiratory analysis, thermoregulation, and a periodontal dental device. We had a huge flame out with our periodontic dental device. It happens. We ended up with an office laboratory building that was empty and a stable full of used laboratory equipment. We made a key decision that instead of looking for an anchor tenant for the building that was already a successful business, we would contact small startups in the area and conglomerate a small group of businesses in that building instead to see if it would work. It worked beyond our wildest dreams. The first few companies that Mark Smith approached, he speaks scientist very well, were startups out of the University of Michigan, pre-revenue, 1 or 2 guys with an idea or a patent that wanted to get started. And what happened was that they got started with a little bit of support from us, some attractive space that was already fitted out as turnkey. We gave them the microscopes. We gave them the equipment that they needed to start with just what they had in their pockets. They told friends. Their friends came. We had a full building, a successful startup, and we thought, well, let's try and put this into a bigger place. Mark Smith started to look, but as he is, he couldn't just have a small group. He wanted to have a campus and make this into a global idea. We found a campus on the west side of Ann Arbor in 2004, offered for sale by a multinational company. We showed up with our idea, telling them that we wanted to start an accelerator incubator with a collaborative work environment on that campus. We'd like to buy the campus. And they laughed at us. We didn't have a smooth multinational presentation. We just had a couple of people who wanted to make the world a better place. We came back in 2008 to that multinational, and in 2012. Finally, in 2014, after that campus had been empty for 10 years, they listened to us. No one else wanted the property. We came to an agreement on the sale, and we went to the banks, who were less than excited about a shuttered, empty industrial manufacturing site with a brownfield stigma on the west side of Ann Arbor. So we asked for some help. We found a guarantor, and we said, we need someone to come to the bank with us. And he said, I don't know about this idea, and I don't know about this site, but I believe in the two of you. And so did we. We went to the bank, we were able to close on that property, and we opened in 2015. Bringing 9 small startup companies from our original 7,500 square foot building to a 95,000 square foot building, which we filled in under a year. We closed on a second building the second year. 2 years later, we closed on a third building. We were growing as our small companies were growing. 1 man and 2 man, in many cases, became 8 and 10. And we could provide them space where they could step up in a supported, collaborative environment. Why it worked was that we had affordable incubator space. We placed small companies next to larger anchors in that space. And in the shared hallways, kitchens, and conference rooms, people could informally speak, and they spoke each other's language. Being an entrepreneur is lonely. It's high stress, it's isolating, and people who don't do what you do don't understand it. But when you're in a world that people share with you, you can bounce off each other, and your ideas can become part of what they do. Their ideas can become part of what you do. It worked so well that they would tell their friends. We filled our buildings largely by word of mouth, and we're full again. We're very excited that this fall we'll be launching a 4th building in Ypsilanti. It's hard to say who's more excited about this, the community, our team, or our tenants. Launching 125,000 more square feet on Michigan Avenue in downtown Ypsilanti, we hope to bring the same vitality to the city of Ypsilanti, the collaboration, and a place for people who want to have an affordable lab or office space to stay in the community when they leave our universities, as well as draw additional companies from outside. Sartorius and Wacker were a great example of companies that have come to Washtenaw County because they wanted to be here and see if we could change the environment. We've done it. We've got more people every day walking in the door with an idea. And as a small business owner, now I'm in the position that I can be the mentor. And they walk up to us sometimes, coming out of the parking lot with a brand new car and a shiny suit, and they say, we're going to make so much money. In 2 years, we're going to sell this company, and we're going to be great. And those aren't the people we're looking for at my HQ. We like the people that have boots on. They understand how to work. They've got fire in their eyes, persistence and perseverance to make a small company work. Many of them had a failure before they came to us, but we can offer them affordable office space with a reasonable length term lease and get them started. And the reason that works is that, again, they're in a collaborative community. When they walk in the door, they see people who do what they do. As a matter of fact, Mark and I do what they do. We're all small businesses together, and as a community, it works very well. Our mission is to grow small businesses. It's about the people. It's not about the money. And as you look across our campus, you'll find that typically the people who are in our buildings are there to make the world a better place. Their ideas are health, batteries, solar cells, human resources. It's amazing the difference in putting a number of people with different ideas in a building and letting them collaborate makes, instead of just going to work every day, shutting your office door, sitting in your office, and then going home at the end of the day. We hope that the future will bring more collaborative businesses to the Ann Arbor area, but we also hope to prevent brain drain in the area by providing affordable space in the area where people are graduating from. They already have a community here, and if we can keep them instead of letting them go to LA, Texas, Chicago, we can establish them in a space that we can all use their talents and use their skills as the future grows together. Over 30 years, Mark Smith and I have promoted a number of small businesses. We've had a lot of tenants that have done very well. We have some tenants that have just puddled along, but they're happy because they have a success. They achieved what they were looking to have when they began their business. We have over a 90% success rate with the companies that we've fostered over 30 years, and we've brought almost $1 billion to this region of the state with the companies directly involved with our buildings. Wasn't what we intended to do when we began. We thought we were just trying to fill an office building, but it's gotten much bigger than any of us. And our team works very hard every day to help those small companies grow. We foster and mentor them. We offer services to get them started, advice, support, and our other companies within the building do the same. Everyone remembers where they started, and it's nice to be able to give someone else a hand up. There's a saying that's an old African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go long and far, go together. And so far, we are moving together at a collaborative pace that looks like we can draw more companies to Ann Arbor than ever before. We're proud to have huge successes, but it's the small successes that really make our companies excited. We love to see people with their first employee, people who get their first round of funding, or even just people that get their prototype to work. But at the end of the day, this is a great collaborative environment for STEM startup companies. We want to draw more of them to Ann Arbor and to Ypsilanti and to Saline. And we need everyone's help here to tell people about what it is we do in this area and draw people. It depends on what your target is. If you're out there just to make money, you can do that anywhere. But if you want to join a community, this is a really vital, open area where you've got a lot of opportunity and a lot of support. We hope that the future brings us more companies and more opportunities, but we are the catalyst. If you don't start with us, they won't know we're here. Thank you.